Breathe deep with me for a moment. Connect yourself to the reading if you want your messages here. Okay, if you were one who requested all notifications or the notifications for the Tarot in the Shadow series, then you just received that on your cell phone. If you want to be added to that list, look below the video. I have 4 decks that I was shown to use tonight. We'll use the words of clarity with my handmade tarot to show the energy of the situation. One party will be shown by the Eye of Love tarot, and the other party in the situation will be shown by the Tarot of the Little Prince. So let's get into these messages for you. All right. I've pre-shuffled all the decks. Show me the situation. Hello, Christina. Welcome to the live. So glad you could be here with me. All right. What is the situation that we're to discuss? All right. And the 6 of Swords is about moving on. Moving on and moving forward, coming out with success. So your big success is in moving away from battles, confusions, arguments, toxicity, getting out of a fight, getting out of a struggle. Overcoming big difficulties. From the Eye of Love Tarot, show me where one person is at in this one side of the table, please. Okay. We have the King of Cups. And on the other side of the table, show me the other person in this situation. From the Tower of the Little Prince. Thank you. We have the Sun in reverse. Somebody's difficulties are over and now they're at peace. They're happy. They're content. And somebody else is very unhappy, very sad. They feel like they've lost their sunshine. Somebody feels like they lost their sunshine. They feel like they lost their connection to happiness. Yeah, the King of Cups has pulled all their energy back, and that makes them feel successful. Somebody here is in a place of emotional mastery. And as a result of being in a place of having mastered your own emotions, you're not controlled by them anymore. And so you're able to pull your emotions back when you deem it healthy for you. And I see that that's what's done here. On the other side of the table, there's a person that brought in a lot of, on the surface, they could have appeared to be very happy. But at the core, there was a lot of sadness there. And it kept coming up as a conflict, as a challenge, as a problem. And so you had to choose ultimately what was best for you. And that left someone out in the cold. That left somebody else out there, just out there. Literally, I get just out there. They're just out there. I hear there's nothing. There's nothing. Show me more about this situation. You know, the Five of Swords, there it is, the fighting, the arguments, the disagreements. And the feeling like you had to force love. Fighting, arguments, disagreements, toxicity, combativeness, and feeling like I have to make this love happen. You don't have to make love happen. Love is. And if it's real love, it flows. It's not making it happen. Somebody is definitely getting that realization. Like, you don't have to make love happen. It just flows. It just is. And so somebody here has chosen to let go of attachment to somebody with some very low vibrational habits. Somebody feels like they're not enough. Somebody feels like they don't have enough to bring to the table. They can't offer you anything. Let me see. From the Eye of Love, a decision is made to look elsewhere, to make a different choice. The Moon. I don't know what's over here if I make this choice. It's all a mystery. There's so much here that I don't know, but I have to make a different choice and look away from this. I can't continue to try to force this love when it's not being accepted. From the Tarot of the Little Prince. Decision, refusing to see. Refusing to see. The Seven of Wands energy. Refusing to see that they're interesting. Refusing to see that they're actually in a position that is stable, it's secure, it's theirs. Somebody here had a position of high value, but they couldn't see it. I feel like you held this person in high value, and it feels like the more you tried to love them, the harder it got to love them, because the more resistant they became to the love you were offering. Somebody, the reason you had to force so much love was because, first off, you had a lot that you were dealing with from your past. I feel like past cycles were triggered in this connection. And I feel like the other person was being very stubborn. Being very stubborn. I feel like the more you tried to offer your love, the more this person became resistant in this way or another. Somebody was so frightened at really finding love because they were so scared to lose it. Somebody was so scared to lose love once they found it. I see somebody saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do but give up. I feel somebody here just don't know what to do but to give up. Everything and everyone, I feel everything and everyone I love is such a fight. It's so hard. I feel, why does love have to be so hard? Why does everybody I love fight with me all the time? And all I'm trying to do is just love them. I'm sorry. But there it is. There's the fight. Gratitude and a fight. Somebody felt very unappreciated. Somebody felt like they weren't good enough. They were so grateful. Somebody was so grateful for what you did, but they felt like they just weren't good enough. They felt like they didn't have enough to give you, that you deserve so much more than they'd ever be able to give you. Now here you are, single, stable, growing yourself. And I feel like you've had to just stand up and take your power and your authority. Somebody wanted to be everything to you, but they just didn't know how. They just didn't know how. They wanted to stand up and be your everything. And I feel like to you, this person already was your everything. They didn't need to do anything else. But they were exhausted. They were so tired. They were so tired. They just needed a break. They felt like everywhere they turned, everybody was after them. But they found the way out. They found the way out. They found the way out. They found a chance to escape and get the rest that they wanted. Somebody says, I'm so thankful and grateful for all the love you gave me. But I just didn't know what to do with it, and I couldn't make things work. And I'm sorry. That's what somebody says. Okay. What else? Somebody thinking about their past. Thinking about the past. How it can't be changed. Thinking about what happened, how it changed everything, what they would do differently, and how none of it matters. Because they can't do anything differently. It is what it is. Somebody is thinking about what has changed for them and what used to be, and the hopes and dreams that they had in this situation that are no longer there. A Chariot, moving on down victory road, things happening very quickly. The King of Pentacles, stability. Somebody chose their stability. Somebody's choosing well-being for themselves. I'm hearing ride or die. Somebody said, I'm a ride or die. I was always a ride or die. So what's the problem? The problem was this person was exhausted, and it had probably nothing to do with you. They said remove probably, it had nothing to do with you. Seven of Swords, there was a lot of pain there that they didn't talk about. There was a lot of hurt. They felt betrayed by life. They felt like, hey, I've been a good person. I've taken care of my loved ones. I've done what I should. And they felt cheated by life. Tired of all of this deception. Somebody said something. Somebody threatened to steal something. Somebody did steal something. Somebody did something very underhanded. And this person got exhausted, overwhelmed. It was just too much. I can't take it again. I can't take this no more. Six of Swords, I got to get away. Got to get away. Got to get away from this bad situation. Got to make a break for it. Got to run from it. Somebody ran. Somebody says, I remember what you did before. You grabbed and you took off. You took off with my kid. You took off with my business. You took off with my love. You took off with my money. You took off with my, what did you take off with? You took off with somebody. Somebody took off with your something. Somebody, and this might not even be you, viewer. This could be a situation around you. They took off. And they stole something. And this person remembered it. They remembered it. And they said, oh no, I remember the lessons of the past. Not doing this anymore. Not doing this again. There was an external factor here where somebody was upset, very angry about the fact that they didn't get what they wanted in this situation. There is an external factor. This is an outside person. This is a meddler. This is an ex. This is somebody who wants to drive a wedge in between two people. And this person is pissed the fuck off because they don't get their way. They don't get what they want. And things aren't going the way they wanted it to. So they get in the middle and they stir the shit pot. And somebody says, I can't deal with this shit pot. I gotta go. And so there's an ending here. Somebody says, I can't deal with this shit pot. I gotta go. On the other side, Five of Wands. Now this other person is here in a battle. I'm hearing the battle of their life. The fight of their life. Three of Pentacles. Because of that fucking meddler. They had a whole plan, a whole vision. And they had to protect themselves. They had to protect themselves in this battle. There's a big battle here. Somebody needed to be protected. Somebody was protected during a fight. Somebody was protected during a fight. Oh, praise the Lord. Somebody was protected during a fight. Somebody was protected during a fight. And what somebody doesn't understand is this whole situation where it came to an end, it was because it couldn't thrive. I'm sorry, but I know you wanted it to thrive. I know you wanted this situation to grow, to get better, to have those dreams and hopes fulfilled. But this situation was not going to go there. Knight of Wands, disappointing. Somebody was feeling very, I hear the word forlorn, very sad, very upset. They really just didn't know what to do. And so they acted immature, irrational. I hear irrational. The whole situation is very disappointing. Somebody did something that led to a whole lot of disappointment for everyone involved. The Ace of Cups. The Hangman. Somebody made an ultimate sacrifice. Somebody made a sacrifice. The Six of Cups. And now on the other side, there's just memories. Memories of the past. Everything has changed now. Somebody's left with nothing but memories. And everything has changed now. Nothing will ever be the same again. Somebody had plans that won't be fulfilled. The plans they made will not be fulfilled. And now it's like a huge step back. For someone, there was definitely an attack involved in this. And I heard spiritual attack. More than anything, spiritual attack. If you're not feeling well emotionally, please avoid anything. Please maintain your sobriety. If you're not feeling very well emotionally, please maintain your sobriety. If you're not feeling well emotionally, go to sleep. But go to sleep sober. Please. Take a rest. I don't mean a forever rest. I mean the kind that you wake up from again with a clearer head, with some time in between you and whatever upset you so much. Although you don't like where you're at, and you don't like what's unfolded, you're being put into position for something that's really good for you. It hasn't been an easy path. It hasn't been an easy road. But the Emperor's coming out with a positioning shows that things will get better for you. This person, somebody is in spirit. Somebody is in spirit. Because it's the only way that they could figure out to get out of the trap. Somebody was in the trap. Somebody was being trapped. There was a plot, there was a scheme, and somebody found their way out of it. This person found their way out of a situation that they couldn't control. Whoever was on the other side of this, they were very much into, there was a setup. There was a fucking setup here. This shit was set up. Somebody used manipulation to create a situation. And I don't think that they realized what they were doing. I really don't think that they realized what they were doing when they did it. There was definitely some manipulation here. And the star. Oh, they had a plan. They had a hope. They wanted to fix something. But at the end of the day, you're being told to keep your faith. Keep your hope. Keep your hope alive. Keep love alive. Stay in your power. Yes, there was a very manipulative situation here involving an Aquarius. Somebody said some shit. They were up to some sneaky shit. Somebody was plotting and scheming on another person. And this person said, okay, I know the way out. I know the way out. And they're taking their option out. The positioning is going to come into play. It must be, it must be, it must be, it is. It's being shown here clearly. Growth and expansion happens here. It's an inevitability. This change, the authority steps in. God steps in. For somebody, the law steps in. For somebody, February 18th is a very big deal. I believe that's still Aquarius season. Something big's happening on February 18th. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Somebody's ships are coming in on the 18th for love. The soul connection. A real connection coming in. The Emperor again. The Emperor shows up on the 18th. With everything, the 10 of Pentacles. Huge blessings coming in on the 18th for somebody. Huge blessings coming in. If this is your story, there's something big surrounding your family and blessings and long-term stability and the opportunity to build long-term wealth. Everything coming together for you. But it's been a long, hard road to get there. The 18th is going to be a very big deal for somebody. I don't always get the date off of that card, and there is a date on that card. But today, that 18th stood out very strongly. I'm just going to use the tarot, the Little Prince, and pull another experience here. See what comes out. I am okay, Christina. I guess at some point I need to talk about this. Yesterday morning, a situation came back to my life that I never thought I would see again. And my daughter had the same experience I had. Except for it wasn't her father that killed himself. It was her fiance. So thank you very much for sending me all your love. This has been very difficult. And I know if you've been watching the reading earlier, the download and this one, this boy's energy is coming through. He's a good boy. But my daughter has a lot of healing to do. And one thing I know is she'll never forget what she's seen. And daughter and grandsons, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know if or when you'll see this video, but I'm so sorry. To all his family and his children, he's a good guy. He loved you all so much, and I'm so sorry for your loss. It's been tough around here, guys, but I can't stop doing the readings. But life gets fucking real. And even when you maintain love, peace, and happiness, it doesn't change the fact that some of this shit is fucking hard. This shit can be fucking hard. The 9 of Wands, feeling overwhelmed, feeling burdened, feeling stressed out. Almost there, so close, almost there. The 9 of Cups. Everything I want is here. It's so close to wish fulfillment. And the Tower. And everything falls apart. And the shit storm hits. And hopefully for all of you, it wasn't the same way my daughter experienced it. I'm sure it wasn't for all of you. But there's a shit storm that hit. There is a shit storm that hit. Somebody was very egotistical in this situation. There was somebody who was being very egotistical in this situation. Temperance. Somebody was trying to stay balanced here. Trying to keep cool, trying to wait for things to get better. And just deciding to let go of everything. Let go of everything and start fresh and start new. And it's the end of a cycle. Closing out the old energy. Confronting the past. It's like just before you get everything, you got to go back to the past. Not back to the future, back to the past. Back to the past. 7 of Cups. There's unconditional love here. There is unconditional love here. Watching something take flight, watching something take off. There's also a sense of satisfaction here. Wow. a sense of satisfaction, because somebody gets to be in peace and rest. You get a chance to heal. Somebody get a chance to heal, to rest, to have a break. Somebody was feeling very much like, I've been through so much hurt. I'm tired of this pain. I just need a break. I need a break. I need a break. Tired of being hunted. See the hunter there? He's got his shotgun, his rifle, and his little fox is in the hidey hole with swords all around. Somebody's just tired of being hunted. Everybody's out for me. I just need a fucking break. Now here, unconditional love for your Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius masculine energy. Thinking about this person and all the pain they must have been in, and all the struggle, and trying to get your head clear and saying, but I know who I love, and I know what's happened here. There's the energy of acceptance, but there's also this energy of extreme anger here, and trying to detach. Somebody feeling very much like it's like watching a movie, you know, it's like emotionally detached, getting emotionally detached. It keeps coming through that way. Let's see what else we have. What else do we have? The Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. And the way that finger is up there, it's like, oh, I'll put a stop to this shit. That's what it feels like. I'll put a stop to this shit. Five of Swords, putting a stop to this shit. The fight, the battle, the war, the challenge, the difficult, the arguing, the fighting. And even though it's like this, there was, on one side, there was arguing and fighting. On the other side, there was a whole lot of love. And then they came to some place where they wanted to find love. But somebody didn't know. Somebody was dealing with their own battles. And now the Empress has been birthed through struggle, through difficulty. She's become the Empress. Through challenge, somebody's come into their Empress energy. Everything has been taken note of. Everything has been accounted for. Everything involved has been accounted for. Somebody was having big fight in their own heart. But there is happiness coming. There is joy coming. There is prosperity and abundance coming through all this struggle. Through all this battling and fighting, something better is coming. Somebody felt very stuck. Somebody felt like they didn't have they can't go nowhere. They can't escape. There's too much danger. They feel like they have to get away. Somebody makes a decision. To go away because they love their family. Somebody makes a decision to go away because they love my family. They love their family. And they made a decision to go away. Karmic situations. For someone, this had to do with issues that go back to their mother. For someone, this was about regrets about the past, about lies in the past, secrets in the past, secrets that were kept in the past. And somebody had to somebody had to set a firm boundary and change some shit, because the fighting was ridiculous already. There were three particular people involved, and they wanted to protect someone. This person wanted to protect this one from these three outside energies, and they saw how to do it. Somebody tried to help make a thing feel better, make a person feel better, let them know their value, their worth. They did the best they could. You did the best they could. They did the best they could. This was a strong soulmate connection. After all the emotional investment, there's a need to walk away. You can't see it now, but walking away is the best thing to do. And the big challenge is to continue to go for your dreams and keep moving forward. Somebody is in your team. They're on your team. You win. They're going to be constantly there. Oh, God. They'll be constantly there supporting you, communicating with you. Listen to your intuition, because you're going to get everything you wanted. You will get everything you wanted. This ending is actually a setup for a great beginning for you. You will get what you deserve. And everybody who was involved, all these external influences who were meddling, they all will see their own karmic justice as well. Whoever this is, this connection will not end. This connection will always be there. But they communicating to your spirit. You know that you are loved. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then it's not for you. Click off. But if it's for you, know that you are loved. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. You will always be loved. They will always be there. Y'all sure know how to ask for a lot, but guess what? No is your answer. No is your answer. No, you don't get what the fuck you want. No, you can't just have it. No, 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 no is the answer. Yes, no. Yes, no. Oh, Lord, can you please show me somebody else's experience, please? Something different. Thank you. I want to see something different. Show me something else, please. I don't feel like I'm finished reading cards here tonight. Okay. If you want to get your personal question answered, look below the video so you can see how that happens. Okay? Other than that, sit back and enjoy the fact that I'm doing this for free. All right. Situation. The star. There's hope. There is protection. There is blessings. There is healing. On one side, a fallout. There's a fallout that leaves somebody single, but there's gains to be had here. Gains are here. On the other side, a decision come in, and not, I hear stuck between a rock and a hard place. 2 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the Lover's card. Somebody had made a very difficult decision, but it felt like they didn't have no other way to go. They felt like this was the only choice for them. I'm looking for something different, which was to end something. Somebody here, okay, oh God, okay. First off, somebody is a star. You need to know that somebody here is a star. I mean, somebody here took a real blow, a shocker. Something very shocking happens. There's a loss here. There's a difficult surprise here that somebody didn't see coming. It's a challenge. You didn't see this coming. Somebody made a decision to change everything. Somebody makes a decision that changes everything to put an end to a situation. There is new love coming in, but it only comes in through self-love. Somebody's really got to focus on loving their self right here. Have to focus on loving yourself right here. Focus in your spirit and keeping your vibration as high as possible. Life can be shitty sometimes. Oh my God, this life is full of shitty situations and circumstances, but how do you respond? Again, coming out. How do you respond? Well, somebody here, very upset. I feel like they see what's coming. They don't like it. They're very upset, very distraught, emotionally bereft. I don't even know what the hell that word means, but it just came through, emotionally bereft. Okay, fine. I'm going to look it up then. What does this word mean, and why are you channeling it to me? Deprived or lacking. Sad, lonely, especially through someone's death or departure. That's why. So somebody here is like they know that this person loves them, but now this person is not here. It was a very shocker. Somebody wasn't expecting to find themselves single. They thought they were going to get married. What you need to know, if this is you, if you lost somebody to death recently and everything fell apart and you thought it was going to be okay and you thought you were going to get married and instead you find yourself single and alone, it's difficult for you right now, but you need to understand that this other person is at peace right now. They don't have the problems or struggles anymore. I know that my daughter's not the only one. I know that my daughter's not the only one going through this right now. I'm just going to get off of the cards for a minute because I've been channeling to us through this channel for at least the last couple of years that with this energy shift, with the change of consciousness on Earth, there would be those who would get so overwhelmed that they would not be able to handle it, and many would check out. And that leaves many survivors. That leaves many behind with their pain. What guidance can you show for those who are left behind with their pain? Six of Swords. The hardest part of this is over. You don't always believe it, but the hardest part of this is over. They're saying, remember everything you've learned during your difficult time. It's okay to have these feelings. They're saying, but don't be fooled into thinking that this is happening to you. Even and especially when it's hard is the most important time to remember that everything is always working for you. You may not see how or why, but it's working for you. You will move on. You will move forward. I hear, I am so sorry. I hear, I never meant to hurt you. But I didn't know how to please everyone. And my kids. If I wasn't going to be able to have my kids, then I may as well not be here. You guys, I'm sorry if my reading triggered you, but maybe you needed it. If you were coming here for something different, it'll be back. That pizzazz that you love, that high vibration, that twinkle in my eyes, it'll be back. But this is no. And this is what happens. And so when you feel like this, just like you see me right now, give yourself permission to feel your feelings. It's okay. When difficulties happen, they come your way. It's okay to feel. You're a human. Everything is different now. Everything is different now. All these worries, all these struggles, they're over. Somebody took their way out. And you know what? If you are dealing with any type of suicide, it's never your fault. There is never anything you can do to stop somebody who has their mindset on taking their own life. You can't do nothing. I tried, my daughter tried, it never works. And the challenge is not to carry anything of that with you. You do the best you can, but if that's what they are planning to do, you won't be able to stop them. You will not be able to stop them. All you can do is forgive them. When they do this, they are so emotionally distraught with this life. People say that the act of suicide is the act of a coward, and that's so not true. It takes somebody with big power to take their own life. Somebody who really is overwhelmed with their life circumstances. And it's hard because the living are left with everything to deal with. The living are the ones left with the memories. The living are the ones left with the what coulda, shoulda, woulda been. And I'm telling you, from my personal experience, and it's like my whole life prepared me to be ready to be here to support my child right now. But my life showed me that, even with the tragedy of surviving a loved one's suicide, there's still blessings in it. Like, you guys, if you've been with this channel for any time, you know that the biggest catalyst to help me be here was to heal my hurt from watching my own father's suicide. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do. Because I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. There are so many out there in this world. I'm just trying to figure it out. Trying to pick up the pieces of their life, the shambles that it gets left in when somebody makes this choice that they just can't handle it no more. And if watching me go through this situation helps you, it's worth it. I've been through this before. And to be honest with you, most of my tears is because that boy loved his kids so much. But those women wouldn't let him see his kids. They kept trying to take his kids from him. And he loved my daughter. He was so respectful. He loved my grandchildren. He was such a good boy. And that's another fucking thing. I mean, this is now turning into a rant. I'm putting these cards away. If you have children with somebody, as long as that person is involved in loving your children, caring for your children, maybe they don't have no money to pay to be around your children, but if they got love and they play with your children and they nurture your children, let the parents see the kids. What the fuck? These kids are not your goddamn guns to use in a fucking war because you're pissed off because they don't fucking want you no more. Let people move on to their happiness. Children deserve the love of their parents. And because these women were so spiteful, they couldn't just let this man be happy that he had a connection. Oh, and still get to see his own children that he takes care of. Unless they needed him to keep them, Whenever they needed him to keep them, then of course he could have the kids. But, I don't want to go too much. I just let the children see their parents. The only excuse you have that makes any sense to not let your children see a parent that you're not involved with romantically anymore is if that parent is not taking care of them, if they're abusive, if they're not taking care of the kid, if they're taking care of the kid, if they're loving that kid, then there's no excuse. How we live in a day and age where most families are blended families. Get with the fucking program. Because they didn't want him to be with my daughter. They put all this stress. Guess what? Now none of those kids get their dad. And that's the fucked up part. All these kids get to go through the same shit of missing their dad. You wanted to keep them away from their dad? Congratulations, bitches. You got what the fuck you wanted. But you didn't. Because you know what I know that you don't fucking know is that he will always be with his kids now. You'll never take him away from his kids now. He's there now. Every fucking moment of their life, he will be there. Always protecting them. Always loving them. Oh, God. I just pray his kids know how much he loved them. He will always be with his kids. His mother. Oh, my goodness. Okay, you guys, this is so emotional. I was not trying to tell all my tea, but somebody needed to know it's not just you, baby. Christina, my dear, they have a hard life. They don't know what to do. And all you can do is just love them. And know that they love you. And move on and make different choices. And just leave everything a little bit better than you found it. So that's what's going on here. But apparently it did not stop in the flow of this channel. We still gonna do messages. We still gonna be popping up. If I fall off for a day or two, you'll know why, but I don't see that happening. But there's a lot going on over here right now. A lot going on. And for anybody who is feeling so distraught that you think that you don't matter and you need to go, please don't do it. Because there's always help. People love you. You're all so important. Everybody here is supposed to be here. Please try to find the strength not to do that, but to reach out for some help. There is help. There is love. And I don't give a fuck how much you think you're alone. Somebody's gonna miss your ass. So don't do that. Just don't do that. There's always help. There's always help. There's always help. There's always help. Reach out for help. If your loved ones are acting this way, talking this way, you can't stop it. You can't stop it, but you can't. You can be there. You can try. You can show you care. And don't, with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. My daughter got into the shoulda, wouldas. Mama, if I would have just held him. If I would have just held him, mommy. And it took me back. When I heard my daughter say that, it took me back to all the years that I carried all that guilt, saying if I would have just talked to my dad, if I would have just took a walk with him. And then I remembered what my ex-husband told me. About 6 years after my father's suicide, I was having a breakdown. And my ex-husband said, if you would have went with your father, he would have killed you too. And hearing my daughter say, if I would have just held him, I would have just held him. When I saw what I saw yesterday, I just knew that my daughter was protected. And I was so glad that she was alive. So, hey, there's not immediate happiness when we're talking about suicide. It's not happy. But this ain't heaven. This planet is not heaven. This planet is earth. And we didn't come here for heaven. We came here to be on earth. We came here to learn and grow through the pain, to connect, to have life filled with meaning and purpose, even when we didn't even realize we did. Because this boy is giving me definitely more purpose and more meaning through his choices. And his life was very purposeful and meaningful. And the most important role he played to me was as a father. He was, I just really admired the way he was a father. Shit, he would get the kids of his siblings who weren't with their fathers, and he would get their kids and his kids, and they would come over and play with my kids. And I'm so So to leave you on a happy note, I'm so thankful and grateful to Rendell Cole because, my daughter and I had a moment one time when he was here and we didn't see eye to eye. And my daughter was being very stubborn. And his respect for mother, he helped her. And she came to me because of him. And our relationship has gotten stronger than ever because of his influence. And I'm so thankful and grateful for the memories of watching him prepare meals for the family and of the moments that we played games with the kids. All of these kids, one big blended family. And I'm so thankful and grateful to have known Rendell Cole. He was a good boy. He'll always be remembered with love. And at any point when his children cross my path or his mother or any of his family, of course I'll be here. So I forgive him. And I love him. And I'm grateful. And likewise with my own father, I forgive my father. And I love him. And he taught me so many things that benefited me throughout my life. I'm 42 years old and I only knew him till I was 15. But he gave me so much. And my whole philosophy was, well, life was filled with so much pain and shit. Well, I'm going to use all that pain and shit and I'm going to help other people with their pain and shit from it. If all the pain and shit I've been through in my life can help other people, then it'll be worth it. And I know because of you all, I know that it has been worth it. So thank you. And you're welcome. And we're in this together. And I'm okay. And I'm going to be okay. It's okay to feel how you feel, but reach out for help if you need it. And I did. I reached out to a couple of my very close friends and they've been here for me. I spent all day with my friends and my family. So reach out for help when you feel low. You don't have to be suicidal to reach out for help. There's somebody. If you don't have nobody, go sit down and find you a stranger somewhere and talk to a stranger. Many times a stranger will hear you better than the ones you know. Call a hotline. Damn it, if it comes down to it, there's a fucking free hotline. Make a phone call. All right, you guys. I got to wind my ass down. I fell asleep. Finally, I was so exhausted. I had fallen asleep. I woke up. I laid there for a few minutes and God was like, yep, go do your show. So here we are. We did the show. Now I got to wind my butt down so I could go back to sleep because it's like about to be 4 o'clock in the morning here in Vegas. And so I expect a lot of changes. Okay. Thank you so much. Sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby.